After decades of silence, Toyota has resurrected a JDM legend. And this time, it's not just about speed. Meet the 2026 Toyota Chaser, a turbo hybrid sports sedan that blends nostalgia with next-gen performance. If you grew up dreaming about drifting sideways in a Chaser Tourer V, this new version is going to hit you right in the feels, but with a twist. Because now it's cleaner, smarter, and surprisingly refined. So what is the 2026 Toyota Chaser exactly? It's a mid-size, rear-wheel drive sports sedan slotted to rival performance variants like the BMW M340i, Audi S4, and the Genesis G70. But this isn't just another sporty four-door. It's Toyota's way of saying, yes, we remember the 90s, and yes, we still know how to make a car that's fun, fast, and full of soul. Let's talk design first, because wow, Toyota really nailed the balance between heritage and modernity. At first glance, the new Chaser keeps that classic long hood, short deck silhouette that defined the original, but now it's lower, wider, and meaner. The front fascia is dominated by a wide, blacked-out grille with a subtle mesh pattern that hints at its turbocharged heart underneath. The LED headlights are sleek and angular, with a signature DRL strip that gives it a sharp, aggressive presence, especially at night. Moving along the sides, you'll notice crisp body lines that stretch from the front fenders to the rear, sculpting the car's athletic posture. Flared arches house 19-inch forged alloy wheels with optional 20s on the performance variant. The roofline tapers just enough to create a coupe-like silhouette without sacrificing rear headroom. Around back, the rear lights are a tribute to the classic Chaser. Slim, connected by a light bar, and sitting above a neatly integrated diffuser with quad exhaust tips. It's elegant, yet aggressive. Sporty, yet refined. There's even a nod to its heritage with a small Tourer badge on the C-pillar if you go for the higher trim. Now, step inside and things take a turn towards the future. This cabin isn't just modern, it's luxurious, tech-savvy, and built for the kind of driver that cares about feel and function. The dashboard flows horizontally, with soft-touch Alcantara and brushed aluminum trims lining every surface. The steering wheel is thick, leather-wrapped, and flat-bottomed, complete with paddle shifters and haptic feedback buttons. In the center sits a crisp 14.2-inch touchscreen infotainment system running Toyota's latest software. Fast, intuitive, and finally competitive with what you'd find in a BMW or Mercedes. There's wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, over-the-air updates, customizable drive modes, and a heads-up display with turn-by-turn navigation projected right onto the windshield. The driver's seat, bolstered just right. Snug enough for spirited driving, but plush enough for daily use. Both front seats are heated and ventilated, wrapped in perforated leather with red contrast stitching. The rear seats offer more legroom than you'd expect from a car in this class, and they also recline slightly, making longer drives surprisingly comfortable for passengers. Add in a 14-speaker JBL sound system and ambient lighting with 64 color options, and you're looking at a space that feels more like a premium lounge than a retro racer. Now, here's where it gets really interesting: the performance. Under the hood, the 2026 Chaser ditches the traditional straight six for something more futuristic. A 2.4-liter turbocharged inline-4 paired with Toyota's new-gen performance hybrid system. This setup puts out a combined 398 horsepower and 470 foot-pounds of torque. And no, that's not a typo. Power is sent to the rear wheels by default, though there's an optional AWD variant with an electronically controlled limited differential for better grip and launch. The result? 0 to 60 in just 4.4 seconds, with instant torque from the electric motor filling in the gaps while the turbo spools. There's also a synthetic growl pumped into the cabin that's surprisingly satisfying, not fake sounding, but tuned to make the engine feel alive. Toyota has also added adaptive dampers and a fully independent suspension setup, giving the Chaser impressive handling without compromising ride quality. In normal mode, it's smooth, composed, and quiet. Switch to Sport Plus, and the whole personality changes. Throttle response sharpens, the steering weights up, and the suspension firms down for confident cornering. Fuel economy? Not bad for a car this powerful. Thanks to the hybrid setup, you're looking at around 34 miles per gallon combined for the RWD version and a slightly less for the AWD. And yes, it can even drive short distances on electric power alone in EV mode, perfect for quiet exits or urban traffic crawls. On the safety front, Toyota brings its full arsenal. The Chaser comes standard with Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, which includes adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, automatic emergency braking, and intersection assist. There's also a 360-degree camera system, a driver attention monitor, and optional remote parking assist. Crash test ratings are pending, but based on its platform, which is shared with the Crown and Lexus IS, we expect it to score highly across the board. Now, let's talk price. The base 2026 Toyota Chaser starts around $42,000, which already gives you the turbo hybrid powertrain, rear-wheel drive, and most of the tech. Step up to the Chaser Sport at $49,000, and you get adaptive suspension, bigger wheels, performance tires, and the JBL audio system. At the top of the range is the Chaser Tourer X, around $56,000, fully loaded with AWD, a panoramic sunroof, upgraded brakes, and unique interior trims. There are no unnecessary trims or gimmicky packages. Toyota kept it clean and performance-focused. But every car has its pros and cons. The Chaser gets a lot right. The design is stunning, both nostalgic and modern. The hybrid performance is sharp and engaging, and it actually makes you want to drive. The interior feels upscale, the tech is top tier, and it's still practical enough for everyday use. On the downside, the lack of a straight six might disappoint some purists. While the hybrid is quick and torquey, it doesn't quite deliver the raw mechanical thrill of the old 1J or 2J engines. And while the synthetic sound is good, it won't replace the real exhaust notes some enthusiasts crave. Also, despite its strong value, it's priced higher than the original Chaser ever was, though that's probably to be expected in today's market. So, should you buy one? If you're someone who loved the idea of JDM performance cars but want modern reliability, fuel efficiency, and real-world comfort, the new Toyota Chaser makes a compelling case. It's not a drift missile from the 90s anymore. It's more grown-up, more refined, but still full of character. Toyota didn't just bring back a nameplate, they brought back a spirit. The 2026 Chaser doesn't try to copy the past. Instead, it evolves it. It's a car for a new era, with just enough of the old-school DNA to make you smile every time you push the start button. So, if you're ready for a turbocharged hybrid with attitude, style, and real performance cred, this is one comeback you definitely didn't expect, but probably needed. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. See you in the next video.